So even though polywater turned out not to be true, that does not mean that you can't have more than the 3 phases of water we have. In fact, we have many, many, many of them. Depending on the pressure and volume and the temperature, of course, we will end up with lots of fairly complicated crystal shapes of ice. So that there's a whole wealth here, and the number of very smart people still study ice. There are some very famous research groups at Stockholm University studying properties of water in biomolecules too. I'm not going to take you through all these, but it's important to be aware that if you change the conditions such as temperature or pressure, you can definitely end up in another phase. So don't think that I told you that there were only 3 possible phases of water. Now, there is a cool analogy to this. Remember that I said that polywater appeared in 1962. Likely inspired by this, Kurt Vonnegut wrote a novel called The Cat's Cradle, where he talks about ice 9, which is actually, ice 9 is not used in the normal ice charts as far as I know. And the whole idea was ice 9 was an ice that had pretty much the properties that fine matter. It would freeze already at 115 Fahrenheit, that is 46 degrees centigrade, and anything that came in touch with this ice 9 would then turn into ice 9, and the ice 9 would spread, leading to some sort of horror story. I do need to put that book on my reading list myself. The point is that Kurt Vonnegut probably had this better than a whole lot of scientists when it came to polywater, and it's fascinating to see how science occasionally ends up in the popular literature.